I had a moment of a really good thought. So I rushed back to my car. By rushed, I mean walked faster than normal because a wizard never rushes. And I was like, I gotta record this thought. And then as I thought that, I was like, that's interesting. But like, what if you did lose the thought? So I got back to the car, lost the thought. Then I started retracing my steps on thoughts. Wow, I had a lot of thoughts in a really short time frame that really cascaded to this thought that I'm about to share. Balance, but also confidence in your balance. And how much do you hold back for what others think that you should be doing? How much do you trust yourself? And this is kind of, you got to be okay with that. If you fall or fail, it's because you trusted yourself, because that's more important than the failing aspect. And here's an example. I like to slackline, and I'm pretty good at it. And in order to slackline good at it, I generally have to have my arms up. Now, can I slackline without my arms up? Yes, but it takes even more practice, and I'm not that great at it yet. And I stopped practicing. And I noticed I was just out here in public balancing on a curb, and I was keeping my hands in my pockets, and I'm like walking backwards. I'm like, gosh, why am I sucking right now? I can't walk backwards on a curb. What's wrong with me? And I was like, A, it's not a slack line, so it's going to behave differently. Like, that was my first thing. I was like, it's not your fault. But then B, it is my fault. I was keeping my hands in my pockets because I was afraid. I mean, not that I was afraid, but just like natural instinct, I'm just out in public, hands in my pockets. But if I was on a slack line where I felt open, safe, and confident, because that's my child play state zone, my arms would be up in the air. I would be doing what I need to do to manage that line, to be able to move in a way that I want to move. If I want to dance and spin and have fun on a bouncy line, then I'm going to do that expressively. If I want to do calm, slow yoga poses on a line, I'm going to do that controllably and intentionally. And it never matters who's around or who's watching. It does, though. I can feel it in my nervous system. Different people will create a different energy exchange that might change my energy system. I'm trying to keep this under 3 minutes so it can be short. That's why I'm talking fast. But out in public, I was like, oh, I'm going to keep my arms in my jacket. And I was not being expressive. And so therefore, I was not being fluid with the moment. And I wasn't doing the movement that was necessary to create the experience that I wanted to create. Because I was just like, oh, in my shell, right? For no reason. I mean, I'm on the side of the road looking at the sunrise. Like, I could go somewhere private and dance into yoga. I could dance into yoga on the side of the road, but like I'm on a curb and there's gravel. So, point is, you know that you know how to do the thing. So, be expressive and do the thing.